Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. Okay, today I want to talk about chipping and hitting pitch and run shots, but especially more with pitch and run shots. When I do golf schools and I have a number of students there, I see a consistent problem with pitching, especially the pitch shots, and even sometimes with the chip shots, but more with the pitches. So let's say I'm going to pitch and run with any club in the bag, but for most cases around the green, it'll probably be a sand wedge, pitching wedge, gap wedge, or maybe even a 9-iron, right around the green, fairly close, or to within maybe 5 to 10 yards max from the green. Okay, what I see is the students are trying to make more or less a regular golf swing, where when we come back, we allow the club to release into the ball. All right, which means the club reaches the hands and gets in line with the hands at impact, and then the club goes into the mid toe up. So they're trying to go into the forward mid toe up, so to speak, all right? That is incorrect if you want to hit a pitch and run. That would be a normal pitch shot where you want to basically fly the ball a fairly long way, but even then, you still might have to hold it off a little bit. Notice I said hold it off. I'm going to explain what that is right now to make sure that it does hit and still runs out, because nobody ever flies it to the hole and expects it to drop like and stop like a brick, all right? Unless the greens are just soaking wet. So what I mean by hit and hold is this. I'm going to take the club back into the mid toe up. Now again, how far I take it back depends on how far I have to, so to speak, carry it in the air to where I want it to land. We always want it to land on the green whenever possible. Why? Because the green gives you the most consistent hit, which means the ball will hit and skip, and very likely skip and run straight in the direction it is. If it lands in the fringe, you don't know whether it might grab a little bit, kick right or left. Hell, if it catches a bad spot on the fringe, it could actually kill it and might not even make the green or barely get on. So again, if I'm going to do that and I'm going to toss the ball lower, all right, notice I'm using my right hand. Why? Because my right hand, my bottom hand, basically with a good grip where the right hand is perpendicular to the ground, like I have the face, right? Perpendicular to the ground leading edge, face is perpendicular. Whatever my right palm does, my right hand does, the face does. Okay, so I control the face with my right hand. Again, most people tell you try to control the face with your back of your left hand. To me, that's counterproductive. It's just stupid, right? This is the face. Whatever this does, my palm does, this does. And if you're right-handed, you have your dominant hand, the one you have the greatest amount of touch and feel with, controlling everything. All right? Your left hand naturally is going to be working as a team with it. So when I say take it back as far as you go, just figure that out by tossing a rock. And see, you let your hand come back, thumb up, you're going to hit it square. But we're not going to go come back here to thumb square, palm square, and release toe up into the mitt, which would be thumb up and palm going released. We're going to come through and we're going to hold it down the line. All right? So we're going to come here, and from there we're going to come through and hold it down the line. All right? So you stand up over the ball, you have a good position, basically where you want, wherever the ball is, you should have, likely because we want it to roll, we're going to have a little bit more forward shaft lean. The key to forward shaft lean, and this is the big secret, this is the secret of all secrets, the thing you must do if you want to be consistent, is that when whatever shaft lean you want, you don't grip it and then do shaft lean. Because if you you don't grip the club and set your posture and then do shaft lean. All right? Normally we pitch and chip with a narrower stance depending on the distance, a little bit farther, might get a little bit wider. But if you take your stance and then you do this, the key is you always look at your top thumb, which would be left hand, the left thumb for right-handers and the right thumb for left-handers. That thumb must always be under the sternum. Don't ever forget this, because remember, the hands always cross at 12 and 6. They always reach maximum height top and maximum bottom underneath the sternum at 6 o'clock. So if I want that much forward lean, because I really want to hit a really low one, even with a sand wedge, and make it run out, I'm going to set the club first, then I'm going to walk in. I'm going to make sure this is directly under the sternum. Because if I had this hand, and if I just let it bottom out, it's going to bottom out underneath my sternum, and look where it starts hitting. And that's where you hit the chunks, and if you kind of pull out of it, you can hit the skulls and everything else. So if I want that much, I'm going to stand here, this is there, then it's just straight back, straight through, and you should be holding the club right down the line. See where my right hand is? See where the face is? That's what I kind of call hit and hold. That's when you want the ball to be low. If I put it really far back, you can see that ball stayed a lot lower. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that, my right arm's going to straighten out, and I'm going to keep, and the club, as you can see, is never passing the hands. All right? That's the hit and hold. The problem with a lot of golfers is you come in here, you're trying to hit that low runner, and you come in here and you release to there, and you could flip it up in the air and pull it, or actually release it too soon and chunk it. The hit and hold. A good way to look at this is you put a tee in the back here, and you want that tee staying up your arm, never coming back pointing at you, as it sort of would have in a regular hit. It comes back here, where we release into the forward mid toe up, the thing's pointing back, the little tee out of here, what I call the gas gauge. This is full, it's a pointing up your arm. This is going towards empty. We always got to keep it full when you're hitting pitch and runs. This is only pitch and runs. This isn't pitching and putting it mostly in the air. All right? So master the hit and hold. And the number one key to the hit and hold is that left thumb, wherever the ball position is, the left thumb is always directly under your sternum. Okay? Back, through, and hold. If I want it lower, I'm going to keep it lower. I'm going to put the ball back more. I'll have it farther back in my stance, so I'll have more forward shaft lean. And then with more forward shaft lean, I keep my hands lower, going through, and you saw the ball took off only about this high. All right? Hit and hold if you want to hit the pitch and runs around the green and get the ball closer to the hole so you can make that one putt and be making more pars and birdies. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.